Greetings from Las Vegas. You can't do a lot of video on Las Vegas without doing a little bit of the Las Vegas Strip itself, which is right behind me. I'm just south of the Strip, just south of the Las Vegas sign, across the street from the airport here. So let's do a little run up the Strip. We'll go from the Las Vegas sign to the Stratosphere, basically. And it's a nice January 3rd, 2025 day. It's about 60 degrees out, so let's enjoy it. All right, boom, there we go. Let's head on up towards the Stratosphere, see what it's like today. It's a little smoggy over the city, but yeah, we'll be all right. See if we can make a left here, or if we have to see if we have to go down and do a U-turn. Hopefully we can make a left. Ooh, it's looking good. Oh yeah, baby. Nice. That worked out well. So here's the Las Vegas airport on the right. Heading north on Las Vegas Boulevard, or the Strip. It's Mandalay Bay on the south end of the Strip. Maverick helicopters here. We've done that one time, a Maverick helicopter tour to the Grand Canyon. That was cool. My brother came out from Michigan and we got to enjoy that. We used to have a friend that worked there. It was really nice. The Harley dealer that moved here a while ago used to be on, I think, Eastern and Sahara maybe. And here we have the famous "Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas" sign. It's nice. They have a whole parking area for that now. It used to be you'd have to get on this side of the road where the Harley dealer is now. There was other stuff in the past, and just kind of run across and hope nobody hits you and get your pictures by the sign. Pinball Hall of Fame. This place is super cool. What an awesome billboard on the front of that building. That's great. That's a lot of fun in there. It used to be also off strip, and was lucky enough to get this piece of property and move here, so that's really nice. Little Church of the West Wedding Chapel. That's been in so many movies. I think we just watched the old TV series Vegas with Robert Urich playing Dan Tana. Not that long ago we watched a rerun of that, and part of the episode took place right there. It's cool how some of these places have lasted while all the rest of the redevelopment happens on its regular cycle. Mandalay, spent a lot of times there. Seen concerts at the Mandalay beach. What was that? I think Sugar Ray concert at the beach along with a bunch of other bands. That was a lot of fun. We've been to a birthday party there one time where everybody had to, there were 2 rooms adjoining. Everybody came down here to make beer and liquor runs at this liquor store on the side here, and then right back over and up. So that's nice. There's all this stuff available. And then we get these typical Las Vegas lights, the Nevada lights, I guess, or maybe it's just a West Coast thing that seem to be so long. Part of Mandalay, one of the towers has been renamed or rebranded yet again. I don't even remember what it is now, but it's a cool property. It's really pretty in there. Most of these along the strip here are, it's hard to go wrong with any of them. Except for the, you know, if you can, especially if you can get a deal. Because, whew, the pricing, man. That Four Seasons is inside there, inside Mandalay. That's been there for a while. This was the site of, I think they were going to put another big, what do they call it? Observation wheel, Ferris wheel type thing here, but it just never happened on the right here. Not a great place for it. We had, there was also for a while, they had a balloon that was tethered, like a hot air balloon you could ride up and down in and get a great view. We did that one time, but it was so, it's frequently really, really windy there, so that was, didn't last long. And you got the Luxor, very cool. It's fun when they do the New Year's Eve thing and they shut things down from back behind us at Mandalay all the way up to, at least this is what they used to do, all the way up to Sahara, way at the north end of the strip. So it's like the whole Las Vegas Boulevard becomes this huge block party. It's a lot of fun. There's Excalibur on the left. That's still a fun place to go. MGM is just massive inside. It keeps reinventing itself and transforming. New York, New York. The roller coaster on that, I don't know that I've ever been on that one. I have some friends that went on it though, and they said, oh my God, they felt like it shook their brain loose inside of their skull. It was so jerky, but one of them said he thought he had shaken baby syndrome or something, but that is a really cool property. It used to be, in my opinion, it used to be even better. And it went in for a remodel about 15 or 20 years ago, and I don't know, it kind of feels like it got a little more sterile, but this area just keeps getting cooler and cooler on the right here. The M&M store, and then across the street we have the Hershey store inside of New York, New York. Hard Rock Cafe. Park MGM used to be the Monte Carlo. They've done some nice stuff with that. It's looking pretty good in there. City Center is just awesome. I mean, it's a beautiful property. The wife likes to come and shop in here once in a while. Really high-end stores. I usually find out about that later, but that's all right. Happy wife, happy life. Cosmopolitan is still so cool. This corner here used to just be kind of nothing, and it's just exploded on the right hand side here, connected to Planet Hollywood. The Cosmo was originally it was Cosmopolitan and Fontainebleau. It was the same developers doing both. And they had to give up Fontainebleau. It was around the 2008 Great Recession time period. They lost their funding, and Fontainebleau just sat there for years, a decade or more, 80% complete. And I think at one point the Stratosphere bought all of their furniture and refurbished a bunch of the Stratosphere. Was it Stratosphere? No, it was the Plaza. Bought a bunch of their stuff. This used to be the Aladdin, or no, this is, to the right here, Planet Hollywood used to be the Aladdin. That's a fun place to go. There's there's a great venue for concerts in the middle of it. Paris is really nice. This is a really nice area just to do a lot of walking around and people watching. Bellagio is beautiful. And then they still have the little polo towers back there. You know, Robbie Knievel jumped his motorcycle, Evel Knievel's son. The tiny little buildings between Cosmo and Bellagio there. Jumped his motorcycle from the rooftop of one building to the other. We watched that on TV before we moved here, so that was in the early 2000s, I think. Wow. And that's a scary stunt. But he pulled it off. I think he broken finger maybe when he landed. He had to slide into some hay bales to stop because, you have to get enough momentum to clear the distance. But that was cool. There was another motorcycle thing right here. As around this corner is the Arc de Triomphe, whatever you call it, tribute piece at Paris outside. And there was, I don't remember the guy's name, but there was another daredevil motorcycle guy that on New Year's Eve he rode a huge ramp and actually went up to the we'll see it when we go past this corner, up to the top of it, and then did a free fall down to another ramp. I can't even imagine that. Yeah, this thing to the right here. And of course the truck has to pass me just at the right time, but wow, that takes some guts. A lot of tourists out. It's about 65 right now according to the dash, so love to see all the business here. Horseshoe, the old Bally's is rebranded as Horseshoe. Pretty cool. There's a walkway between Horseshoe and Paris, so if you want to get a little bit of a bargain, you can stay at Horseshoe knowing that you have easy access to Paris facilities because they're connected right in the side here, so that's nice. You don't have to go out on the sidewalk to get there. Flamingo, boy, that's got a lot of history there. Everybody thinks Flamingo and Bugsy Siegel kind of goes hand in hand. A lot of construction going on here on this Horseshoe stuff, trying to push the property out closer to the Strip, which is smart. This has always just been a big empty area. You'd have to walk pretty far back to get into Bally's. And then Caesars just continues to be awesome. God, everything here, yeah, they changed things, and some people might get upset about how something isn't quite the way it used to be, but I'm telling you, the awesome factor just doesn't go away. It's worth coming back over and over and over, or hell, even just moving here like we did. We don't come on the Strip that often, but heck, we did last night bought some souvenirs and got some dinner. So every now and then you do it or see a show. This place up here, Cromwell, used to be Barbary Coast. Unbelievable transformation. Barbary Coast was okay, but it was kind of one of the older places, a little rundown. And they did this amazing transformation to change it into the Cromwell. They had a Dre's, I think they called it, was the late after-hours nightclub basically in the basement for people who worked, like third shift, and they'd get off at, I don't know, middle of the night, and they still wanted to go have a place to blow off steam with friends and coworkers. That was it. Well, that's now, I don't know if it's even in the basement anymore, but there's Dre's nightclub is on the day club is up on the rooftop now for their pool. But this place, wow, again, another amazing transformation. The building shape somewhat changed, but the roots, the core, I believe stayed the same. Really cool. And Flamingo. We have Margaritaville up here. We've been in here a couple of times. I don't really get the whole Jimmy Buffett thing, but Margaritaville is still pretty cool. It's huge in there. They frequently have live music, and Caesars is a great place for shows. Absinthe is one that we like to go back to again and again. And that's at Caesars. And then there's the huge Coliseum venue there with the big name stars, and we've been there a bunch of times. That's fun. Elton John, Cher, Lionel Richie, to name a few. It's a great venue for that kind of stuff. Casino Royale, still here after all these years. That place is fun. We've spent some time in there as tourists. And White Castle, well, that was our first White Castle right there. Man, when that thing first opened up, the lines were ridiculous. And there's a few more in town now, but it's kind of funny when you get it the only one in town. Oh yeah, Mirage, we just passed the Mirage where the Griswolds stayed in Vegas Vacation. The Venetian on the right, super beautiful. Treasure Island used to have that cool Sirens show out front, like a pirate show and stuff, which was a lot of fun. Now it's got Gillies and Senior Frogs, which isn't really our thing, but it's still popular. And then the Palazzo connected to Venetian, also gorgeous. You got to take at some point you got to take the gondola ride down the canals in there. It's really beautiful. Fashion Show Mall, we're just about to pass on the left. A lot of great places in there, especially if you're looking for high-end stores. And it's a great place. Great that that's available for people coming in from all over the world. They have that available. And the Wynn properties, Wynn and Encore, are really beautiful. Pricey, but you know, almost everything here has been ever since Steve Wynn's influence started. When what did he start on? I think it was the Golden Nugget on Fremont, and then turned his attention to the Mirage, and that was the big one that everybody says that's where Vegas was ruined. And instead of being this cheap buffets and cheap rooms and fun gambling and shows, and became really over the top mega properties. But that's got its charm too. So it's just, you know, you can still go to Fremont if you want that, or there's all the state-lined casino towns if you prefer. Like Reno is another one that's, if you want some more of the old school stuff, if you don't like all this mega resort stuff. Resort World, that's a pretty property in there too, really nice. It's funny because at first when you looked at the building, you're wondering, is that another set of towers for Wynn? Because they looked identical at first, and I think Wynn actually sued them over the design. But once you put those red end caps on it, like it has, it's not the same. I mean, it's kind of obvious that it's not the same thing now. So I think that design is somewhat common. It's just like suing somebody over the shape of a smartphone or something. This used to be Wet and Wild. No, this wasn't Wet and Wild. Along here somewhere there was an old water park. So this is that Fontainebleau place that was on hold for over a decade. But man, this place is beautiful. The property, just amazing. Gorgeous in there, and definitely worth a visit. That's probably the newest one on the Strip right now as far as what's opened in the last year or so. And we have some timeshare places, Hilton Grand Vacation, and I don't remember what this one on the left is. Looks like it's actually for sale. Sky Las Vegas, maybe. And there's the Sahara that changed names to, what was it called, SLS for a while, something like that. I wasn't really sure what that was all about. I think it was going for a younger crowd or something, but then they went back to the Sahara name and put a lot of theming around the Sahara branding, and it was a good move to go back to that. That place kicks ass. It's good shows, good food, good environment, good vibe in there. And then across from Sahara is a big open area where they have big music festivals sometimes. And then just beyond that is Stratosphere, and that's technically the end of the Strip. You can't really come to Vegas without also visiting Fremont Street, but that'll be for another trip because that's more of a walking tour than a motorcycle riding tour. Fremont Street is great. There's a lot to love about that. Before we moved out here, that started to be where we were staying more often, was there, because just a lot of fun. There's always some craziness going on. and Fremont Street, and it's gotten crazier over the years. Yeah, Sky Las Vegas over there. This is a nice, pretty nice place too, this Hilton Grand Vacations. We've been in there once with a relative of ours that stayed. They had a timeshare thing. And it was all right. And the Sahara, oh, this is, okay, so right here on my right is where the Wet n Wild water park used to be. It was on a Travel Channel, I believe. Really cool, but that went away. But we since then have 2 other water parks that have been added to the area, to the Las Vegas Valley. So we're not completely without. I think one of them was actually called Wet n Wild. The other one was Cowabunga Bay. So there's a souvenir store, huge souvenir store. We actually went in there last night. Tattoo shop, been in there before. The Strat, aka Stratosphere, super cool. We've stayed there a number of times. Used to go to the pool on the 25th floor there. They have a topless or top optional European style, whatever you want to call it, pool up there. So we used to come on Sundays. Right up there you can sort of see it, and that was nice. They closed it for a while, but I believe it's back open again. And this is where Main Street and Las Vegas Boulevard split, and I'm gonna pop into this parking lot here and wrap things up. So that is the Las Vegas Strip from the back of a Triumph, from a Triumph Tiger Rally Explorer. Let's get ourselves parked and do a quick little summary here. Well, that does it for a short cruise up the Las Vegas Strip on the Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally Explorer. Hope this was enjoyable. I just thought, what the hell, I'm off today. It's a nice warm Friday in December, and why not go for a little cruise up the Strip? So until the next video, I will see you then. And hey, if you feel like it, feel free to subscribe, and I'll keep kicking these things out. More areas to visit around the Las Vegas Valley.